Version 6.2 is almost here, just a few weeks away, and let's be honest, this update is shaping up to be massive. But with the confirmed banner lineup and Duran's recent nerf, we have to ask the real question here. Is Duran still worth your Primo Gems? Or should you save for the monsters coming soon, like Mavuika, Zilonen, Skirk, or even Columbina? Let's break everything down logically, no hype, no bias, just raw facts. So first, Duran did get nerfed, not a full destruction, but his supportive mode damage took roughly a 30% hit. That's not minor, especially for teams that relied on his consistent sub-DPS output. We're talking Kinich, Wanderer, Navia, and even overload setups like Vareza or Clorinda teams all took a noticeable hit. And the worst part? Those same teams now actually prefer Mavuika, because Mavuika gives more flexible rotations, lets you weave in charged attacks, and keeps the damage uptime higher, something Duran can't fully match after the nerf. Free-to-play players, this is where things get tough. The upcoming lineup from 6.2 to 6.4 is absolutely stacked. In reruns we are expecting Furina, Zilonen, Mavuika, Escoffier, and some other powerhouses, and as new release we have Columbina, Whitehorse Adeptus, and one of most awaited character Varka. Realistically, most players can only afford 3 new 5 stars at best. So if you're pulling Duran, he better be worth your Primo Gems. And that's where things get complicated. Let's go team by team, overload setups. This was supposed to be his main strength, but not anymore. Duran is now slightly worse than Mavuika across the board, whether it's Vareza, Clorinda, or Raiden comps. Xiangling comparison. Sure, Duran has higher personal damage and better energy generation, but come on, Xiangling's free, C4, and already built for most players. That's not the kind of win worth flexing over. Geo teams, Navia, Albedo. This is where things stabilize. Duran's still solid, maybe 45% better in theory, but that's only in perfect rotations. In real-world gameplay, he performs about the same as Xiangling or Mavuika with Cinder City set, especially with the albedo buffs giving plus 30% damage on top. Kinich setups, with Emily, Duran edges out Xiangling or Mavuika slightly, mainly because his resistance shred helps Emily. But the moment you remove Emily, other two takes the lead again, clean and simple. Duran's teams with Xiao or Wanderer still work, no doubt. But if you have Xiao's premium team, Xiao, Furina, Xianyun, and Bennett, then forget him, you're already on Xiao's peak. Furina is better in this case. Her buff uptime, energy balance, and overall synergy just give smoother results in long fights. But with Wanderer, he'll work great than Xiangling without any doubt, because his damage is high and need less ER than Xiangling. The only team where Duran is truly unchallenged is his Overload Venti Klee team. Venti as the on-field driver and Klee nuking off-field with Fischl as your Electro support. That comp is insane because all of their new buffs will be active. Duran and Venti will lower enemies' resistance with Duran's resistance shred and Venti's VV artifact set. This is the deal breaker. Duran's buffs are half of Furina's even in arcane state, and the entire reason people were hyped for him, his off-field driving damage, got nerfed. So what you're left with is a character who's solid everywhere, but broken nowhere. He's about equal to Mavuika in Geo Element, slightly worse in Overload, and only ahead in Mono Pyro or Vaporize setups. Now don't get me wrong, Duran's not trash. His Mono Pyro team with Venti, Zilonen, and Mavuika is one of the strongest comps in the game right now, and his Vaporize setups are still elite. Nothing changed in his black mode, and he melts through content when built right. But should you pull just for little damage increase in a few specific teams when Mavuika, Xiangling, Bennett, and Furina already cover most of his value? Probably not, unless you specifically enjoy older units like Venti, Mona, or Klee. Duran was built to revive those playstyles, and if that's your jam, he's your guy. So here's the blunt truth. Duran is still a top-tier Pyro character, easily in top Pyro characters like Bennett, Xiangling, and Mavuika. But if you already own most of above-mentioned characters like Mavuika, Bennett, Xiangling with Constellations, and Furina, he's not going to transform your account. However, if you missed out on strong Pyro characters or want future synergy with Varka, Alice, or Nicole, Duran's long-term potential could skyrocket. So, short-term, skip, long-term, maybe a sleeper investment. That's the full breakdown, raw, unfiltered, and data-backed. Let me know in the comments, are you still planning to pull for Duran after this nerf? Or are you saving for the stacked 6.3 banners? And as always, don't forget to drop a like if you want more honest breakdowns without the sugarcoating. This is Kashiro Impact, and I'll see you in the next one.